Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be reviewing God of War Ragnarok. And if you watch my review of the first God of War in 2018, you'll know that this is in my top 2 favorite game series of all time. And the 2018 God of War game is in my top 3 favorite games of all time. And Ragnarok is a phenomenal sequel to the God of War franchise. I mean, everything about this game was just absolutely incredible. Just like the first game, the voice acting is absolutely stellar, like impeccable. It's incredible how well the voice actors deliver their lines, especially with the motion capture and everything else. The overall narrative of it, of course, is going to be a 10 out of 10. It is so emotional and just raw at points that it follows, I feel like this is more like Atreus' game, where the first God of War was really Kratos kind of learning how to be a father and dealing with, his son that's becoming a god. But I feel like this was really Atreus' journey in coming into his own as a giant and what he's meant to do with his godly abilities, really. And, I mean, for the narrative, I think the overall main story was 100% a 10 out of 10. If I go into gameplay here, I'm going to rank it an 8 out of 10 just because of there were so many side quests and the crater. I mean, a huge area that you didn't even have to touch. Like, you literally didn't have to go there. And you would have missed out on so many dragons and stuff like that. Now, I did enjoy those areas, but I said during my gameplay, the reason why I stopped my first playthrough at the crater was because it just kept going and going and going. And the stuff that you get along the way, sure, does it help you? Does it increase, like, you found the apples and the horns, and that'll increase your health and rage. But you got some cool armor, and you figured out a little bit about Faye and Thor and their battle in the crater, for example. Or some of the other, side quest areas, all the beaches where you shut down the mines from the dwarves, and Svartalheim. And then the giant whale in the middle of the lake that you can get onto as well. Those are things that you didn't have to do. But of course I'm going to do them because I'm pretty much a completionist, even though I didn't 100% the game. But all that being said, the beginning and Ironwood. Don't even get me started on Ironwood, okay? We all feel the same way. I didn't like going around and feeding farm animals for an hour straight, but I did it. And I feel like that entire area could have been cut down to maybe like a 10-minute thing, and it still would have been okay. Of course, Atreus putting the soul into the snake that would become Jormungandr is kind of cool in terms of, time travel. But all that being said, the beginning of the game was absolutely incredible. And then the end of the game, finding out that Odin has secretly been Tyr the entire time, and when he kills Brock, oh my god. Just like, from that moment on, I was in. Like, you're locked in that time. And the last 3 hours of the game was probably the best gameplay I've ever experienced. Just absolutely incredible. Market's a 10 out of 10 here. I mean, this game lived up to the hype. And the hype from God of War 2018. I've never seen a sequel besides Gears of War 2 actually live up to the hype of the first game when the 2018 God of War had such an amazing response from everyone. And it lived up to it. It's very, very hard to get a sequel to live up to the original, and they did it here. So 100% 10 out of 10. Graphics and technical, I'm going to put both of these at 9. I didn't really experience any game-breaking bugs or whatnot. I did have a couple of install errors and things like that. I gave graphics a 9 out of 10 because I don't think things really improved from God of War 2018, and it's 5 years later at this point when the game came out. So I think graphics could have been improved a bit. At least I didn't notice anything. I mean, overall, the graphics were still amazing, don't get me wrong, and technical, no major game-breaking bugs, but some little things here and there that I think could have been better. Value, 10 out of 10. Releasing the Valhalla DLC for free was a huge player in this, right? They could have released that for $40. that was a $40 DLC in my opinion. I spent like a good 8 hours playing it, and they released it for free. So just like, Santa Monica, thank you so much for being like an actually good guy gaming studio. There aren't many of those left, and you guys are one of them. Thank you so much for that. Audio, 10 out of 10 across the board. Like I said, the voice acting is just chef's kiss, you know, absolutely perfect. So overall, I'm giving God of War Ragnarok a 9.5 out of 10. The God of War franchise is the #2 franchise in my book, behind Gears of War. And it's just something that I love so much. I mean, I got an entire God of War tattoo on my back here that you can see on my Instagram if you follow me. So, something that I love. I can't wait to see what they do with Kratos. I would love to see an old man Kratos, like in ancient Egypt or something like that, like Egyptian mythology or somewhere in that realm. I feel like they could do a lot with death specifically in that mythology. And seeing like an old grizzly Kratos with like a big gray beard would just be awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I can't wait to see what they do with Kratos. I can't wait to see what they do with the God of War franchise. And if they make one more game or 2 more games, I mean, whatever Santa Monica is putting out, I'm here for it. So if you enjoyed my review, please go check out my playlist below of the 2018 God of War or God of War Ragnarok I just finished a little bit ago. And I will see you guys on the next one.